tunnel. Hello. So today, I'm in Middle Tennessee right now, and I'm headed to East Tennessee, out past Chattanooga. And I always take the interstate, but I'm curious about what it's like to take back roads all the way there. I'm especially interested in the Mont Eagle portion because it's this big mountain. You go up on the interstate and you come down, and I'm excited to see the non-interstate version of that, whether it takes me through valleys or if there is another part that goes up the mountain. I went into a gas station to grab some coffee, and the guy behind the counter was really excited that I was on a motorcycle, and he was asking me about him. Asked him if he was trying to get on the interstate with it. He said no. So I suggested like some kind of 125, 300. I love talking to people who are thinking about getting a motorcycle because it just reminds me of how excited I was and how much more I know now. And I just want to share that with them, and I'm excited for them to get into the hobby, sport, lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. It's everything. It makes me happy to see people interested. Oh, and if you're wanting to do something like this, and just in case you don't know, you might, there's usually an option on whatever GPS app that you use where you can select the option to avoid freeways, and that will keep you off the interstate and maybe hopefully direct you to some cool roads that you can take. I've found some really pretty places by using that. Because yeah, the interstate is quicker and more efficient and all that, but don't find that many cool places on the interstate. And it's just a good way to get a little bit of an adventure into your life. Like, you don't have to always take the interstate. You can, like, go on a day you're feeling good, you've got energy, and just take longer to get where you're going. You might stumble across some really cool views, places, puddles. Horseback Archery World Championships? Whoa, cool! That sounds fun. It almost makes me sad whenever I take long trips like this on my bike, because the tires aren't strictly street tires. They're like dual-purpose tires, but whenever I ride on the street for long distances, I just know I'm wearing them down. It is what it is. A little thirsty. Make sure the way I fasten my dog's bed is holding up. Bikers heading this way. I wonder if it's a good road. Whoa, one of them was wearing perfume. I smelled it over here. Ooh. That's so funny. I can still smell perfume. It's just trailing behind them. That light is sensationally bright. Oh my goodness. Christmas tree farm. Won't be long. Man, I can't believe fall starts in about a week. It's crazy. Oh, I ordered some heated grips for this, which I'm super excited about because I want to ride through the winter again. They're just the OEM ones that I guess Honda makes, and there's a direct plug-in. I was watching a video that's just kind of covered up. You just take the side panel off and it's just right there. You have to do a few little things to get them working, and you can control them from the screen. So that'll be nice. Okay. I need some water. Ooh, that water was cold. Starting to feel in the middle of nowhere. It's not a whole lot out here. All right, about an hour in, and it'll take just under 4 hours. So let's see what else we find. Goldwing! So cool. Right. I've been playing with sitting positions on some of my longer trips, and I found that if you like just scoot yourself over and sit kind of mostly on your thigh, you can give your left side of your butt a break, and vice versa. Of course, you can stand every once in a while, but that puts you in the wind, which can be nice if you're trying to cool off. Whoa. What's the story behind that? It's like just a big to-do. Like a reservoir, or it looked like it was just in someone's yard. Weird. Never seen anything like that before. See, that's the kind of random stuff you find when you go off the beaten path. Oof. These left turns in the middle of nowhere, like, scare me. Just kind of gotta hope they see you. There's kind of a lot you can also tell by, like, the body language of the car. And I feel like the type of car has something to do with that too, because, like, some makes and models seem to house worse drivers than others. Well, ain't this a cool little place? Huh. I want to look at stuff, but there's a lot of traffic to be aware of. Oh, bell buckle. Oh, okay. Wait, those people had ice cream. Oh, that would be so good right now. Okay, so this is bell buckle. I've seen signs for it everywhere. Whoa! What a cute little town. The Web School. Is that where spiders go? Oh, goodness. There's definitely a bug crawling on my head. I don't know why that happens. It seems to happen so often, where a bug makes it through a vent in my helmet and just starts hanging out on my head. What is that? How cute. There we go. Need to address this bug. You know what? I think that was just a tag flapping around inside. Resume the adventure. What are we talking about? The adventure never stopped. Wow. What a view. All the hay bales rolled up. Little bridge thing. Seems to be a whole lot of farmland out in this area, horses and stuff. Okay, here's Coffee County. One time I stopped to get coffee in Coffee County. I got coffee, but I was on my shadow, and it was really, really cold on my way to Chattanooga. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get coffee in Coffee County. See, I did it. And I pulled into a Sonic, and I sat outside and drank my coffee that was way too hot, even though I was really, really cold. And I don't think I finished it. It was just too hot. But I did have it. Oh, cool. Change out my camera battery. It's so weird sometimes when you like are in a noisy area and you never stop, and then you come to somewhere and it's just dead calm. It's like this weird next level quiet. But check out these, like old school plows, stuff like that. the road. A little over an hour and a half in, and it doesn't feel like it. Like, I'm not as fatigued as I would be on the interstate. And I've noticed that other times too, where I just avoid the interstate. You're going slower, you're not worried about as much traffic, and just a more pleasant experience. I parked on a pretty steep incline. Be careful about getting on, and remember it for next time. That's another thing I want to cover is, because I'm not a tall dude, and I know a lot of people, like, I had questions about whether a taller bike would be, like, miserable to ride for me, but this has been just fine. There are little things you can do here and there to make it more manageable, but if you can reach a toe to the ground, you're fine. And I can even flat-foot it on one foot if I, like, scoot over when I'm at a stop, and I, like, scoot over a little bit to put my foot flat on the ground. That works just fine too. Whoa. Seeing signs for Ruby Falls. It's so weird to be passing, like, weaving across the interstate in exits that I have been on before when I'm taking the interstate. Oh, that must have been a motel or something. Weird. Skip Archaeological Park. I'm seeing all these places that I've seen signs for on the interstate, but I'm actually, like, seeing the entrances to them. Seeing them themselves. Almost halfway there. Looks like we'll be getting into the hills soon. Proper now. I thought that was a person standing there. That was weird. It's nice and cool in the shade. Ooh, like that. tire slip on these tar snakes. I just saw a really cool thing. Just by the side of the road, this little Heinz Pond. This is too cool. What am I looking at? I'm so confused. It's just like here, a few feet off the road. Heinz Pond. Who was Hein? How cool is that? This is beautiful. Wow. I'm kind of like awestruck right now. This is so pretty. Huh. See, I would have never found this had I been taking the interstate. What a cool spot. I'll have to look this up later. Oops. Tennessee Scenic Parkway. 4 people on it. I always wonder what the story is behind places like that just go out of business. Check that out. .7% grade. So the interstate, I think, is a 6% grade. And the other week when I was on the Cherahalla Skyway, that was a 9% grade. Just a little tidbit, interesting to think about. Yeah, I just remembered the river crossings, the lake crossings coming up. I've been curious about what those are off the interstate. That's gorgeous. What a pretty pony. They're so speckled. It's really interesting cruising through these smaller towns that you usually don't even think about when you're on the interstate. and seeing these little like microcosms of just how things function outside of bigger cities. Taking back roads is kind of you get a feel for a different way of life. There's the bridge. There's the 24 bridge. I love bridges. Wow. So cool. I wonder if those barges take away the quarry rocks. Lookout Winery? Is there a winery up there? How cool. Haley's Bar, Marina and Resort. Okay, add that to the list. I remember seeing this part of the road on a map the other day, and it just goes side by side with the river for a while. It smells terrible over here. What in the world? Here's 24. It really is weird how I've just zigzagged it this whole way. Tunnel! Love me a good tunnel. Okay, so we've made it out the other side of like the downtown area. So now we're going into like the Hamilton Place area. It'll be similar to this the rest of the way. So yeah, next time you're going somewhere, take the back roads. See if you can find a way to avoid the interstate and maybe use the option in your navigation app to avoid freeways. Saw a lot of really cool things. And just the scenery is different, and you're able to take things a little bit slower and take it in. And go places you've never been before. So I hope you like this. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.